Welcome to Motivation for Success, the channel dedicated to empowering you to become the best version of yourself. Today's topic revolves around a universal lesson rooted in self-worth, inspired by the profound wisdom of Denzel Washington. If you've ever felt undervalued or mistreated, this message is for you. We're diving deep into why understanding your worth, standing firm in your standards, and refusing to settle are the ultimate keys to personal power and peace. Stick around as we explore how letting go of those who fail to value you isn't just a necessary act, it's a transformative one. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the tools to reclaim your power, focus on your growth, and walk confidently into a better future. Attention, the moment they realize what they've lost. There comes a moment in life when those who have wronged you are forced to confront the weight of their choices. It's not an immediate realization but an inevitable reckoning that often creeps up on them when they least expect it. They begin to grasp the depth of what they've lost, not just a person, but a source of unwavering loyalty, love, and support that stood as a pillar in their lives. They start to recall how you encouraged them when others doubted, how you believed in their potential despite their flaws, and how you remained steadfast even when their actions were undeserving of your devotion. Regret begins to settle in, not as a fleeting thought, but as a persistent shadow that reminds them of the treasure they let slip away. They miss the person who was always in their corner, the one who forgave, understood, and uplifted. But by the time this realization dawns on them, it's often too late. The opportunity they had to honor and cherish your presence has passed, leaving them with only the bitter taste of regret and the stark reality of their actions. Denzel Washington captured this dynamic beautifully when he said, "Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see it." These words are a beacon of truth for anyone who has ever doubted their worth because of someone else's mistreatment. Their failure to recognize your value does not define you. Instead, it reflects their own limitations, their inability to see beyond their own selfish needs, their short-sightedness, and their lack of character. When trust is betrayed or someone chooses to walk away, the immediate emotional response is often self-doubt. You might find yourself replaying conversations, analyzing your actions, and wondering if you could have done something differently to prevent the fallout. This is a natural response, but it's also a trap. It's easy to take on the burden of their actions, to believe that their betrayal or abandonment is somehow a reflection of your worth. Here's a truth you must hold on to: how others treat you is not a measure of your value. Their actions are a mirror of their own priorities, their own values, and their own character, or lack thereof. If they betrayed you, mistreated you, or walked away, it's not because you weren't enough. It's because they lacked the capacity to appreciate who you are and what you bring to the table. Your worth is intrinsic. It's a core part of who you are, independent of anyone's recognition or validation. No one else has the power to define your value unless you allow them to. When someone walks away or treats you poorly, it doesn't diminish your worth, it simply underscores their inability to recognize it. Their actions are a reflection of them, not of you. Regret, when it finally catches up with them, is a testament to this truth. It's the evidence that they've come to realize what they lost. But their regret is not your burden to carry. It's not your responsibility to fix their mistakes, to alleviate their guilt, or to give them another chance to make things right. Their regret belongs to them, just as your worth belongs to you. This is where self-worth becomes your anchor. When regret knocks on their door and they realize what they've lost, you have a choice: to stand firm in your value or to compromise it by giving them another chance they may not deserve. Standing firm doesn't mean you're unforgiving or unkind, it means you're prioritizing yourself. It means you're choosing not to settle for anything less than respect, loyalty, and genuine appreciation. When you understand your worth, you stop looking for validation from those who failed to honor it. You recognize that their inability to value you was never about you, it was about them. And this realization is liberating. It frees you from the cycle of seeking approval from those who don't have the capacity to give it. It allows you to shift your focus from proving your worth to simply living it. Living your worth means setting boundaries that protect your peace and well-being. It means surrounding yourself with people who see your value and treat you accordingly. It means refusing to settle for relationships or situations that make you question your self-respect. And most importantly, it means trusting that you deserve love, respect, and loyalty, not as a reward for your efforts but simply because of who you are. The people who fail to value you will feel the sting of regret, but their regret does not require your response. It's a natural consequence of their actions, and it's something they must face on their own. Your responsibility is not to ease their burden or give them another chance to prove themselves. Your responsibility is to yourself, to protect your peace, nurture your growth, and build a life that reflects your worth. This process of standing firm in your value is not easy. It requires strength, clarity, and a deep commitment to yourself. It requires you to resist the temptation to validate their regret by letting them back into your life. It requires you to prioritize your own well-being over their feelings. But the reward for this commitment is freedom, freedom from the cycle of betrayal, self-doubt, and compromise. As you stand firm, you'll begin to attract people and opportunities that align with your worth. You'll find yourself surrounded by relationships that uplift, support, and honor you. You'll discover a sense of peace and fulfillment that comes from living authentically and unapologetically. And you'll realize that the people who truly value you are those who never make you question your worth in the first place. Denzel Washington's words remind us that our value is constant, unchanging, and independent of others' opinions. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see it. Let these words guide you as you navigate the complexities of relationships and self-worth. Let them remind you that your worth is not up for debate, and it's certainly not diminished by someone else's failure to recognize it. So, when regret comes knocking on their door, let it be their lesson, not your burden. Let it be the consequence of their actions, not a reason for you to compromise your peace. Stand firm in your value, protect your boundaries, and refuse to settle for anything less than what you deserve. Your worth is not defined by others, it's defined by you. Embrace it, live it, and let it guide you toward a life filled with love, respect, and fulfillment. Interest, building boundaries and recognizing your value. Knowing your worth is one of the most transformative and empowering realizations you can have in life. It's about taking control of how others are allowed to treat you, setting boundaries that honor your dignity, and refusing to compromise on the respect you deserve. Respect, loyalty, and love are not automatic entitlements, they are privileges that must be earned through consistent actions, genuine intentions, and mutual care. When someone disrespects these values, whether through betrayal, neglect, or selfishness, they forfeit the right to remain in your life. Choosing to enforce this truth is not an act of cruelty, it's a declaration of self-respect. Denzel Washington encapsulated this idea with remarkable clarity when he said, "It's not your job to fix those who broke you." These words pierce through the haze of misplaced guilt and societal expectations to remind us that our worth does not hinge on others' failures to respect it. Mistakes are part of being human, yes, but not all mistakes are equal. Some actions cross lines that, once breached, irreparably damage the foundation of trust and respect. Knowing your worth means recognizing these moments of betrayal or neglect and having the courage to walk away, even when it's painful. Forgiveness is a virtue, but it is not always the solution. Some wounds cut too deeply and dismiss your value too blatantly to be healed without lasting consequences. Your self-worth is not negotiable. It is not something to be adjusted for someone else's comfort, regret, or apologies. Allowing someone back into your life after they've disrespected you doesn't just risk repeating the cycle of mistreatment, it also undermines the standards you've set for yourself. It signals that you're willing to accept less than you deserve, even at the expense of your peace and emotional well-being. That's not an act of kindness toward them, it's an act of betrayal against yourself. Boundaries are essential to protecting your self-worth. They are not barriers designed to push others away but shields that safeguard your energy, mental clarity, and emotional health. A boundary is a reflection of self-awareness and self-care, a way of saying, "I know my worth, and I will not compromise it." Establishing and enforcing boundaries is an act of empowerment. It sends a powerful message, not just to those around you but also to yourself. It's a reminder that your peace, happiness, and well-being are priorities that deserve to be protected. Upholding these boundaries does not make you unkind or unforgiving. On the contrary, it makes you wise. True kindness starts with yourself, and compromise without mutual respect is not kindness, it's self-sacrifice. Letting go of people who fail to honor your boundaries can be incredibly difficult, but it's often necessary for your self-preservation. Your time, energy, and emotional capacity are finite resources. They should not be wasted on individuals who fail to respect the privilege of being part of your life. Relationships that force you to compromise your boundaries are not worth keeping because they erode your self-respect over time. Knowing your worth also creates the conditions for attracting the right people and opportunities into your life. When you refuse to settle and enforce your boundaries, you make space for relationships and experiences that align with your values. You'll begin to surround yourself with individuals who appreciate you for who you are, not for what you can give them. These are the people who see your worth without needing reminders, who respect your boundaries without resistance, and who contribute to your peace rather than disrupt it. Denzel Washington's words remind us that our worth is not defined by others' inability to see it. Their failure to value or appreciate you is a reflection of their character, not yours. You are not responsible for their shortcomings, nor are you obligated to fix the wounds they've inflicted. That responsibility lies with them. Your responsibility is to yourself, to protect your peace, nurture your growth, and prioritize your happiness. There's a profound sense of liberation that comes with recognizing and honoring your worth. You begin to see that you don't need to beg for respect, chase after love, or compromise your values to keep someone in your life. The right people will recognize your value without needing to be convinced. They will honor your boundaries because they understand and respect the importance of mutual care and trust. By reinforcing your boundaries, you not only protect your present self but also invest in your future. Each time you stand firm in your worth, you strengthen your sense of self and deepen your understanding of what you truly deserve. This foundation of self-respect allows you to build a life filled with meaningful relationships, fulfilling opportunities, and genuine happiness. Those who fail to respect your boundaries may attempt to test them, but their actions must have consequences. This is not about revenge, it's about accountability. People need to understand that their actions carry weight and that disrespecting your boundaries means losing access to your energy, time, and presence. This isn't an act of harshness but of self-respect. Protecting your worth is essential to maintaining your peace and preserving your emotional health. Your life is far too valuable to spend on those who don't honor the privilege of being part of it. Letting them go is not an act of bitterness but of wisdom. It's a recognition that you deserve relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and care. Choosing to prioritize your worth means creating a life that reflects the love, respect, and happiness you deserve. Knowing your worth isn't just a mindset, it's a way of living. It's about setting clear rules for how others treat you, enforcing your boundaries, and refusing to compromise your peace and happiness. It's about surrounding yourself with people who uplift and respect you and building a life that aligns with your values. In the end, honoring your worth is the ultimate act of self-love. It's a declaration that you will no longer tolerate anything less than what you deserve and that your peace, happiness, and well-being are your top priorities. Let those who fail to respect your worth face the consequences of their actions. Your life is too precious to be spent on anyone who doesn't appreciate the incredible value you bring. Stand firm, honor your worth, and embrace the life you truly deserve. Desire growth through letting go. Letting go is one of the hardest yet most transformative decisions you will ever face in your life. It's not just about moving on from a person, situation, or experience, it's about shedding a part of your past that no longer aligns with who you are or who you're meant to be. The pain of letting go is real, raw, and undeniable. Yet, in the midst of that pain lies an opportunity for profound growth, healing, and self-discovery. To let go is to choose yourself, your peace, and your future, even when it feels like your world is falling apart. Denzel Washington once said, "Loss is not the end, it's the beginning of something greater." These words hold a timeless truth. Loss, though painful, often marks the start of a new chapter. It forces you to confront the choices you've made, the priorities you've held, and the relationships you've invested in. It reveals the areas of your life where you've settled for less than you deserve, where you've compromised your own happiness and self-respect for the sake of others. Loss is a mirror, reflecting back the hard truths you may have avoided seeing. When you lose someone, whether through betrayal, neglect, or a simple divergence of paths, it's natural to feel the sting of rejection. You might question your worth, replay every moment, and wonder if you could have done something differently. But the reality is, loss isn't always about what you did wrong. Sometimes, it's about what you did right. You upheld your values, gave your best, and showed up with integrity. If someone chose to walk away or failed to appreciate that, their actions speak more about them than they do about you. Letting go doesn't mean you're giving up or admitting defeat. Instead, it's a bold declaration that you value yourself enough to release what no longer serves your growth. It's about recognizing that holding on to something, or someone, out of fear or habit only prolongs your pain. Letting go creates space. It clears the clutter in your life, making room for new opportunities, healthier relationships, and the peace you've been searching for. The beauty of letting go lies in its transformative power. In the aftermath of loss, you discover a strength you didn't know you had. You begin to prioritize your own needs, set healthier boundaries, and pursue the passions and goals that align with your true self. Loss has a way of stripping away the distractions and revealing the core of who you are. It forces you to reflect on your values, your dreams, and your capacity for resilience. Denzel Washington reminds us, "It's not your job to fix those who broke you." These words are a powerful reminder that letting go isn't about punishing someone or proving a point, it's about protecting your energy and preserving your peace. You are not responsible for fixing the people who hurt you or for carrying the burden of their regrets. Their failure to appreciate you, respect you, or value you isn't your responsibility to resolve. When you let go, you reclaim your power. You take back the energy you once poured into trying to fix a relationship, mend a broken trust, or prove your worth to someone who couldn't see it. That energy becomes fuel for your own growth. You start to focus on yourself, on building the life you deserve and becoming the person you're meant to be. It's a shift that begins quietly, often in the moments when you're alone, reflecting on what matters most. Through this process of letting go, you start to see the world differently. You realize that their departure wasn't the end of your story, it was the turning point. What they saw as your breaking point becomes your breakthrough. They may have thought you'd crumble without them, but instead, you flourished. The pain they caused becomes a source of strength, and the space they left behind becomes an opportunity for growth. The journey of letting go is not linear. It's a process filled with highs and lows, moments of clarity and moments of doubt. There will be days when you feel liberated and at peace, and there will be days when the memories come flooding back, and the pain feels fresh again. But each step you take brings you closer to healing. With time, the pain begins to fade, replaced by a sense of empowerment and self-assurance. Letting go also teaches you the importance of boundaries. It's about recognizing your worth and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. Boundaries are not walls meant to shut people out, they are guidelines that protect your energy and preserve your peace. When you enforce your boundaries, you send a powerful message, to others and to yourself, that you know your value and won't compromise it. It's in these moments of growth and reflection that you start to attract new opportunities and relationships that align with your elevated standards. As you prioritize your well-being, you draw in people who respect and honor your worth. You begin to see that the life you once clung to was holding you back from the life you were meant to live. Letting go isn't about forgetting or erasing the past. It's about learning from it. Every experience, no matter how painful, carries a lesson. Those lessons shape you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. They teach you what you're willing to accept, what you're not, and how to trust yourself even in the face of uncertainty. There's a quiet power in choosing to move forward. It's an act of self-love, a commitment to your own happiness, and a declaration that your peace matters more than the comfort of holding on. When you let go, you take control of your narrative. You stop waiting for someone else to change, apologize, or make things right. Instead, you choose to write a new chapter, one filled with possibilities, growth, and fulfillment. The truth is, not everyone who leaves deserves to come back. Regret is a natural response to loss, but it doesn't equate to respect or change. People often regret losing you because they miss the benefits of your presence, not necessarily because they value who you are. It's important to remember that their regret is not your responsibility. Your job is to honor your worth, protect your peace, and focus on the future. As Denzel Washington wisely said, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see it. These words are a reminder to never let someone's failure to appreciate you diminish your sense of self-worth. You are worthy of love, respect, and loyalty, not because of what you do for others, but because of who you are. Letting go is an act of courage. It's a choice to prioritize your well-being over your fears, to embrace the unknown rather than cling to the familiar. It's a journey of self-discovery, one that leads to greater clarity, confidence, and peace. So, if you're holding on to something, or someone, that no longer serves you, ask yourself, what would happen if you let go? What possibilities could unfold if you chose yourself? The answers may surprise you. Letting go isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of something greater. It's the first step toward the life you truly deserve. Action: stand firm and reclaim your power. When people regret losing you, their regret often comes with a whirlwind of apologies, promises, and grand gestures meant to win back your trust and place in your life. They may claim they've changed, that they now see your value and deeply regret their mistakes. It's tempting to believe them, especially when their words seem heartfelt, their promises compelling, and their gestures extravagant. However, as Denzel Washington wisely notes, regret is not the same as respect. Often, regret is rooted in selfishness. This distinction is crucial to understand. Many times, people don't regret losing you as a person, they regret losing the comfort, stability, and love you brought into their lives. They miss the consistency of having someone who cared for them unconditionally, someone who supported their dreams, forgave their flaws, and stood by them when others wouldn't. What they truly miss isn't necessarily you as an individual but the benefits of your presence in their life. This kind of regret is self-serving, born out of their own discomfort rather than a genuine realization of your worth. True change, on the other hand, is a long and deliberate process. It requires time, introspection, and sustained effort. Change isn't about offering grand apologies or saying all the right things in the heat of regret, it's about demonstrating a commitment to growth through consistent actions over time. Words alone are easy to produce, they require little effort and carry no accountability. Actions, however, reveal a person's true intentions. When someone claims they've changed, don't let their words sway you. Instead, watch what they do. Pay attention to their behavior and ask yourself critical questions. Have they taken full responsibility for their past actions, or are they deflecting blame onto circumstances or others? Have they made a genuine effort to grow, or are they merely hoping their words will be enough to convince you to let them back in? Are they respecting the boundaries you've established, or are they pushing against them in hopes of gaining access to your life again? Regret is often born out of self-interest. When someone regrets losing you, they may feel uncomfortable with the consequences of their actions rather than truly understanding the pain they caused. Their discomfort might come from losing the emotional support, encouragement, and stability you provided. But true respect for you means acknowledging the harm they caused and putting in the work to ensure it never happens again, not because they miss the benefits of having you around but because they value you as a person. Standing firm in your decision to protect yourself and uphold your standards is one of the most powerful acts of self-respect you can make. By refusing to be swayed by regret alone, you reclaim your power and reinforce the boundaries you've set. You demonstrate that your worth is non-negotiable and that access to your life is a privilege that must be earned through consistent effort and respect. This is not about holding a grudge or being unforgiving. Forgiveness can be a deeply healing act, but forgiveness does not mean forgetting or allowing someone back into your life without accountability. Forgiveness is for you, to release the emotional burden of anger or resentment. Allowing someone back into your life, however, requires more than just regret or promises of change. It requires proof. People who truly change will show it through their actions, not just their words. They will respect your boundaries and your time. They will demonstrate self-awareness and a commitment to growth that goes beyond surface-level gestures. They will show that they've taken the necessary steps to address the behaviors that led to the loss of your trust in the first place. By standing firm, you not only reclaim your power but also send a message to yourself about your own value. You remind yourself that your peace, happiness, and emotional well-being are worth more than the temporary comfort of having someone back in your life who once hurt you. This isn't about punishment, it's about prioritizing yourself and ensuring that the people you allow into your life align with the standards you've set for how you deserve to be treated. Denzel Washington's wisdom extends even further when he emphasizes the importance of recognizing your own worth. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see it. This truth is a guiding light when faced with someone who regrets losing you. Their regret doesn't define you, it doesn't validate or invalidate your worth. Your value is intrinsic, independent of anyone's recognition or acknowledgement. When someone regrets losing you, it's their burden to carry, not yours to fix. Their regret is a natural consequence of their actions and choices, and it's a necessary part of their growth. By letting them feel the weight of that regret, you allow them to confront the reality of what they've lost and why. This is not about revenge or proving a point, it's about giving them the space to learn and grow without compromising your own peace in the process. True respect, love, and change come from a place of genuine understanding, effort, and consistency. They are earned through actions that align with words, through behavior that reflects growth, and through a commitment to honoring the boundaries you've set. Without these elements, regret alone is not enough to warrant reconciliation. In the end, standing firm in your decision is an act of self-love. It's a commitment to valuing yourself above the need to be wanted or accepted by someone who didn't recognize your worth in the first place. It's a reminder that your standards are not just rules for others, they're reflections of how much you respect and care for yourself. So, when someone regrets losing you and comes back with apologies, promises, and gestures, remember this: words are easy, but actions speak volumes. Look beyond their regret to their behavior. Are they truly respecting you and demonstrating change, or are they simply seeking to ease their own discomfort? Reclaim your power by standing firm. Let their actions prove their intentions, and let your boundaries protect your peace. In doing so, you not only honor yourself but also create the space for relationships and opportunities that truly align with your worth. Prioritize yourself, and remember that your self-respect is your greatest strength. Transformation, moving forward with confidence. Moving forward is a powerful and transformative decision, one that demands leaving behind the pain, betrayal, and disappointment of the past. It's not about erasing memories or pretending the hurt didn't happen, it's about choosing to rise above it. Moving forward means redirecting your energy toward growth, healing, and building a life that honors your worth. It's a deliberate act of self-love and self-respect, a way of reclaiming your narrative and shaping a future that aligns with the best version of yourself. Denzel Washington's wisdom perfectly captures the essence of this journey: you deserve someone who knows your worth from the start, not someone who realizes it after you're gone. These words are a reminder that your value should never be an afterthought. The people who truly deserve a place in your life are those who recognize, respect, and cherish your worth from the very beginning, not those who only come to appreciate it once it's too late. Letting go of those who fail to value you isn't just an act of walking away, it's a declaration of your readiness to step into a future brimming with possibilities. By releasing what no longer serves you, you create space for new relationships, opportunities, and experiences that align with your goals and values. This isn't merely about replacing the old with the new, it's about building a life that reflects the love, respect, and fulfillment you truly deserve. When you let go, you're not just moving on from the people who hurt you, you're choosing to invest in yourself. You're prioritizing your peace, your happiness, and your growth. It's an acknowledgement that you cannot pour into others from an empty cup. Moving forward means redirecting your time, energy, and focus toward your own well-being and aspirations, allowing you to build a foundation of joy and resilience. The regret of those who fail to value you is not your burden to carry. It's a natural consequence of their actions and choices, and it's theirs to face. Your responsibility is not to fix their regret or to give them another chance to correct their mistakes, it's to honor yourself by protecting your peace and nurturing your growth. Regret is often a reflection of what they lost, not necessarily of their willingness or ability to change. Moving forward requires clarity and courage. It's a process of looking inward, identifying what truly matters to you, and committing to a life that reflects your deepest values and desires. It's about recognizing that your past does not define you and that you have the power to shape your future. By leaving behind those who couldn't appreciate your worth, you send a clear message, to yourself and the world, that you will no longer settle for less than you deserve. This journey is not without challenges. Letting go can be painful, and the path forward may feel uncertain at times. But with every step you take, you'll find new strength, clarity, and purpose. You'll begin to attract people and opportunities that align with the person you're becoming, not the person you once were. These relationships and experiences will uplift you, honor your worth, and contribute to the life you're building. As you move forward, it's important to remember that this journey is about you, not them. It's about reclaiming your power and focusing on what brings you peace and fulfillment. It's about trusting that your best days are ahead of you, not behind you, and that the people who truly value you will walk with you, not against you. The beauty of moving forward lies in the unparalleled freedom it brings. It's a liberating act that allows you to unshackle yourself from the emotional chains of the past, regret, resentment, and disappointment. These burdens, though heavy and familiar, no longer serve your growth. By choosing to move forward, you release yourself from their grip and step into a space where healing and self-discovery become possible. It's a chance to reimagine your identity, reconnect with your dreams, and rediscover your true potential. Moving forward isn't about erasing what happened, but about transforming its impact on your life. When you let go of the weight of the past, you create room for something far greater, a life built on love, respect, and authenticity. This new chapter reflects the incredible person you are, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've cultivated. It's an opportunity to align your life with your values, to surround yourself with people who uplift you, and to pursue goals that inspire and fulfill you. Moving forward isn't just an escape from pain, it's an intentional decision to prioritize your well-being and create a future that truly honors your worth. Choosing to move forward requires courage and clarity. It means looking inward and asking the hard questions: what do I truly want for my life? What no longer serves my growth? What boundaries must I set to protect my peace? These reflections are the foundation of the journey ahead. They empower you to make decisions that honor your needs and prioritize your happiness. So, when faced with the choice to hold on or to move forward, choose yourself. Choose to let go of what no longer serves you, to nurture your growth, and to embrace the endless possibilities that await. Moving forward isn't just about walking away from the past, it's about stepping into the future with confidence, strength, and a deep sense of self-worth. It's about reclaiming your power and reminding yourself that you deserve peace, joy, and fulfillment. Your best days are not behind you, they are ahead. The life you've dreamed of is within reach, waiting for you to claim it. With every step forward, you are building a future that reflects your resilience, your wisdom, and your unshakable belief in your own worth. This is your moment to thrive, to shine, and to embrace the extraordinary life that awaits you. If today's message struck a chord with you, it's time to take action. Don't let this be just another passing moment of inspiration, make it a turning point. Share this video with someone you know who could benefit from this reminder. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or even someone struggling silently, your small act of sharing might spark a big transformation in their life. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Motivation for Success. This is your hub for uplifting, empowering, and transformative content designed to help you unlock your full potential. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. It's time to prioritize your growth, your success, and your journey toward the life you deserve. Always remember, your worth is non-negotiable. You are more than the opinions of others or the mistakes of your past. You have the power to thrive, to grow, and to craft a life that aligns with your values. Don't let anyone who failed to value you in the past dictate your future. Let them regret losing you while you step forward boldly, embracing your best self and the endless possibilities ahead. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue to fuel your journey to success. Until then, keep striving for greatness, stand firm in your worth, and never settle for anything less than you deserve.